A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Thursday night edition of the show. Promises to be exciting, promises to be fun-filled, as always. My name is Sonny. I'd like to start off the show tonight by saying thank you to you for joining us, and also promise you that if you stay with us for the next 50 minutes that we bring in this show to you, we will make sure it's not a waste of time. We will make sure it's worth your while, and we will make sure we deal with all the major issues of interest in the world of sports, both at home and, of course, abroad. My name is Sonny. Let me introduce my guests on the show for the first part of Sports Tonight this Thursday. Due to popular demand in the new year, we have Wale Adigun joining us, award-winning Wale Adigun with us on Sports Tonight. Still in the spirit of the season. Wale, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
and good to have you. First time on Sports Tonight this 2017.
Yeah, it's great to be here. I'm happy to be here. I think the first two weeks, or first two editions, or first two Thursdays.
You went AWOL.
Yeah, that kind of thing, but I'm back, and it's great to be back.
Due to popular demand,
yeah, it has been so much. Like, Wale, where have you been?
Yes,
where have you been?
Due to popular demand.
And I told them that I'm just reloading for the year.
Yeah, that's good. We're happy to have you back. And of course, this guy has been here, come rain, come shine, always here, constant like the Northern Star. And we appreciate him for it. Yemi Adebayo. Yemi, good to have you on Sports Tonight this Thursday.
It was a pleasure, Tony.
A lot to talk about tonight, and a lot to share with you. There's a lot of interesting stuff that I'll be doing on the program tonight. But let me just tell you, give you an idea of what we'll be doing on the program tonight. Of course, we'll be taking you to Washington. From here, you'll find yourself in Washington. We'll be talking to Sonny Young, our good friend, and he'll be giving us a whole lot of basketball, and he'll be talking about the plan of FIFA to have the World Cup 2026 with 48 teams. We'll find out what his opinion is about all of that, and you can trust Sonny to throw in a lot of light on issues of interest to us. And Sonny's already waiting to join us on the show, and that's the man. That's the man. Sonny, Happy New Year to you. I think we just change the format of the show tonight and get you on from start of the show. Sonny, we're happy to have you on Sports Tonight this Thursday. It's the first time in 2017. What's your preview for this year in terms of sports?
Happy 2017, Toyin. Great to be back on your program, Sports Tonight, in the new year. It is still the new year, Toyin. Yeah, thank you for having me on. Always a lot of fun to be on Sports Tonight. Big weekend coming up in African football. The 31st Africa Cup of Nations kicks off on Saturday in Libreville, Gabon. I think it's going to be an interesting tournament. I think I think one possible dark horse for the trophy, maybe Algeria. I think you have to go all the way back to 1990 since they won a Nations Cup trophy. I also like Ivory Coast. I mean, they were in the final, defending champions. Maybe they're my two favorites right now.
No Nigeria for you, Sonny?
Is Nigeria in the tournament?
Yeah. All right. But Sonny, still talking about the Nations Cup. The draw for the 2019 edition has been held. We'll talk about that later on the show. But let's still talk about this one. A lot of arguments about the commitment of players. They would rather that they played for their clubs than their country. And this has been a recurring issue when it comes to African football. What's your take on that, Sonny?
I think, in fact, like Cameroon will not be at full strength for Gabon 2017. I know some of their top players have decided not to travel to Gabon. It's really tough, I think, for some of these football federations, Toyin, to get their top European players for these international tournaments. I'd like to see every team at full strength, but like you said, it's a recurring problem in African football to get these players to the international tournament. I know even like Zimbabwe, they're not a power by any means in African football. They had a bonus dispute leading up to the Nations Cup. They wanted a certain amount of money before they traveled to Gabon. So yeah, you're right. It seems like every every time the Nations Cup comes around, we're hearing these type of stories.
Sonny, let's leave Africa on one side and talk about the bigger picture now. Earlier in the week, FIFA also approved for 48 teams to begin to be a part of the World Cup finals from 2026. Let me get your thoughts on that, Sonny. A lot of people are saying the more won't be merrier for the World Cup. Some feel the more the merrier. Some feel the quality of the competition will be watered down. But some say no. If it didn't water down when it wasn't watered down when it was 16 to 28 to 32, then it's not going to be watered down when it's 48. What's your thoughts, Sonny?
Well, I think some critics of the expanded World Cup say it's a marketing ploy by FIFA, that it's going to result in more money for the organization. But I kind of look at it from the other perspective, Toyin, that some of these smaller footballing countries that have never participated at a World Cup, they're gonna see a boost to their program. FIFA will give them millions of dollars by making it to the World Cup, and that down the road it will improve their overall quality of football. I think it's a good idea. I mean, the World Cup is by far the most popular sporting event, and I don't know if it's exactly more the merrier, but I kind of look forward to seeing some of these teams we've never seen at a World Cup before.
Okay, Sonny, let's come to your area now and talk some basketball. What's new? What are you telling us? I'm told we should be looking at the O2 Arena in London this weekend.
Yeah, as we talk, Toyin, there's a game being played in the British capital, NBA overseas in London. Indiana Pacers going up against the Denver Nuggets, I believe, are the two teams.
About this time, Sonny, the game is on?
I think it has begun. It's taking place now, right during your show. We were talking about marketing in terms of FIFA. Well, the NBA is seriously considering maybe having an expansion club based in London. I don't know how soon, but the commissioner who is in London has said that the games sell out very quickly in London, that the British fans love the sport of American basketball, and so who knows? That's going to be a long road trip, though, Toyin, to go from, say, Washington to London. But we'll see. We'll see whether the NBA goes to England.
What else can you tell us as we wrap this up, Sonny?
Well, one quick shout out for Joel Embiid of the 76ers. He's from Cameroon. He had a big game last night. They won, 21 points, 14 rebounds. He's my early pick for NBA Rookie of the Year. He's a great comeback story, Toyin, because he missed the past 2 NBA seasons with a broken foot. So let's give a shout out for Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers.
And of course, Floyd in the news wants to come out of retirement, some good money.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see that fight against the mixed martial arts guy, McGregor, Toyin, but Floyd was in Boston last night at the Celtics-Wizards game. Celtics won, big game by Isaiah Thomas, their star point guard, and I think it was the fourth quarter, he actually was joking around with Mayweather, who had a really good courtside seat. But I don't know, maybe we'll see Mayweather fighting again in 2017, Toyin.
All right, talking about 2017, Sonny, for me, the biggest event I'm looking forward to is the Super Eagles of Nigeria picking a ticket to the 2018 World Cup in Russia. What are you looking forward to, Sonny?
Well, I guess on that same note, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Bruce Arena can get the boys in red, white, and blue to Russia. He's got his work cut out for him. They're holding a training camp this week near Los Angeles, California, but they lost their first 2 qualifiers, Toyin, in this final round of World Cup qualifying. They resume again, the Americans, in late March. They'll resume their World Cup qualifying schedule, but Arena realizes he's got his work cut out for him.
Sonny, thank you so much for starting off the year with us this way. We hope to see you do a lot more for us, and we'll do a lot more together in 2017. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you, Toy, and Happy New Year to you and all your Sports Tonight viewers.
Yeah, that's it. That's our man, Sonny, who's been speaking to us all the way from Washington. I think it's a different, very refreshing to start off the show tonight with Sonny, all the way from Washington. Of course, he's giving us his own thoughts about the expanded World Cup, about the 2017 Nations Cup starting this weekend, NBA, and a whole lot more. All right, we will still be talking a lot of basketball later on the show because Femi Adefeso is in, and he has a lot of basketball to talk to us about, particularly on the domestic scene. All right, guys, Sonny has said a lot already, but let's bring you in, and by you, I mean those of you watching. I mean, this show is absolutely nothing without you. We want to hear your thoughts. We want you to talk to us. A whole lot of issues to talk about. I told you earlier on at the beginning of the show, today, a few minutes ago, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, have announced the draw for the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. How exactly are the Super Eagles going to forget the disappointment of not qualifying for the 2017 edition and make sure they are able to qualify in style for the 2019 edition? We'll talk about it on the program tonight, and we will also want you to engage with us by means of feedback. All right, talk to us using those platforms that you see right there on your screen for feedback. So we expect you to share your thoughts with us, give us your own opinion to all the issues that we've talked about on Facebook, on Twitter. Take advantage of what you see and talk to us on the show. All right. You can also watch us on our website, www.channelstv.com. You could also see us on youtube.com/channelsweb. All right. Let's also tell you that to view us on your iPhone, your BlackBerry, your iPad, you want to connect to your home for the news, as simple as ABC, just click on m.channelstv.com, and then you can also download the Channels app for iOS, Windows, Android from their respective stores. And guess what? Channels are at your fingertips 24/7. That's the perfect place to be, because you can enjoy all that goes on Channels TV at all times. And you can also enjoy all that we are doing. And as you do all of that with us on the program tonight, don't forget to tell us where your comments, your posts, your tweets are coming from, so that we can appreciate you even more as we get along on the show. All right, so we want you to talk to us. Please keep your thoughts coming. The draw for the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations is out. We'll give you the details in the next couple of minutes, and then we want you to talk to us about the FIFA rankings. The Eagles are still 7th in Africa, 50th in the world, and of course the Nations Cup 2017 is starting this weekend. The league is starting this weekend. A whole lot to talk about on sports tonight. We'll go on a break. We'll be right back. Join us again.